Today's word is from Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 through 10. Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. The one who sows to please his sinful nature, from that nature will reap destruction. The one who sows to please the Spirit, from the Spirit will reap eternal life. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Do you know the story about the frog in the kettle? Yes, that frog looks very happy in the kettle. If we put a frog in the kettle of boiling water, it will immediately jump out because of a pain. But if we put the frog in lukewarm water and slowly heat it up, the frog will remain comfortably in the kettle, but eventually cook to death. It is a sad story, isn't it? About a couple decades ago, George Barnum wrote a book, Frog in the Kettle. He writes that we Christians are like the frog in the kettle, and the water is the culture around Christians. Many aspects of our culture is against God. So if we Christians are not careful, then we will be slowly influenced by culture and eventually lose our faith. It makes sense, doesn't it? Many people claim that America is a Christian nation, but it gets harder and harder to agree with that. There was a study done in between 2007 through 2014. The study shows the percentage of so-called self-identified Christians has fallen about 10% in that period. But the people who are not religiously affiliated, atheist, agnostic, or nothing in particular, has grown about 7 percentage points from 16 to 23. About 24, 4 out of 10 people say they have no religion. Many people are becoming atheist or agnostic, even within the Christian community. I think we will have to agree with the phenomenon of the frog in the kettle. So we can all claim, as Barna indicates, we can all blame the society and its culture. Because that's the reason, culture is the reason, the society is the reason, that's why Christianity is declining. But I don't think the culture is the only reason. That culture has always been there. The sin has been always out there since Adam and Eve. It's not a new thing. So rather than complaining about how sinful the world is, we may need to examine ourselves. We need to ask some questions about our attitude. What if the real danger is not about secularism or liberalism, but our Christian's own spiritual indifference? What if the enemy is not out there, but in here? It's a reasonable question, right? So we need to ask those questions. One area we need to examine within ourselves is dedication, because there is less and less dedication in life. If we are honest with ourselves, we can see that we lose some of our dedication in relationships of marriage, parents and children, and between friends. We tend not to be dedicated to our job or some commitment we have made. We are losing our dedication. So we need to recover our dedication. In this, as we are beginning new year, first year, we need to recover our dedication to the Lord, because God is in control of all things. As we recover our dedication to the Lord, I'm sure that God will recover every area of our life. Dedication is important, and that's the one of the most important areas we need to recover. Jesus tells us the importance of dedication when we speak to Laodicean church in Revelation. I know your deeds, that you are neither cold or no hot. I wish you were either one or the other, the one neither cold or hot. So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth. Here the Laodicean church represents self-satisfied church that does not try to do anything, doesn't want to try anything. It also stands for those who are indifferent or not dedicated to ministry. And Jesus says, those kinds of churches and people are disgusting, so disgusting, that he will spit them out of his mouth. He will punish them. Dedication is important because it determines what kind of life we are developing. So where do you spend most of your time and energy? If a young man spends his time fixing cars, he may be a mechanic. I can predict that he will possess at least 2 trucks. If a man likes working in a farm, he may be a farmer. If a girl loves to care for the sick, she may follow track to be a nurse. On the other hand, if a man craves for drinking or drug day and night, we know pretty much how he will end his life. You don't need to go to psychic to ask about your life. Just tell me where you spend most of your time and energy. Then I can pretty much predict what life you are going to have. It's not a secret. This is a common law. And this law applies for our spirit too. As Paul says, do not be deceived. Do not be deceived with what the culture says, what the people say, but God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. We cannot expect something other than what we sow. This is indeed God's law. The one who sows to please his sinful nature, from that sinful nature will reap destruction. The one who sows to please the Spirit, from that Spirit will reap eternal life. We receive the result from whatever we invest. Therefore, we need to decide So how can we practically do this? Dedicating ourselves to the Lord means bring God first in our lives. First, we need to give Him our time. We need to give Him our time. For the first week of the year, we seek God through fasting and prayer, which we are going to do this week. Is there any better way to begin the new year? For the first day of the week, we gather to worship and fellowship in God's house. We seek God's blessings and protection for all days of the week on Sunday morning. Then how about the rest of the days? Can we give Him the first hour of each day? I don't know about you, but this is what's challenging to me. When I wake up in the morning, I usually pick up my phone and look at the news to see if any incident has happened overnight. Maybe I should trust in God more and follow Jesus' example. As Jesus, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, He got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where He prayed. It is ideal to spend the first hour with the Lord in the morning. As the psalm writer says, "In the morning, O Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my request before you and wait in expectation." But if your circumstance doesn't allow you to have a morning time, or if you cannot give up watching news in the morning, you have to pick up your cell phone. It's okay. You can do any time in a day. This is why we read one chapter of the Bible every day. You can read one chapter any time in a day. Maybe in the morning, maybe after lunch or after dinner. Reading the Word every day is not easy. You know that. It's not easy. It takes only less than 5 minutes, but it's not easy. But this has to be our priority. If we believe God is alive and He wants to see us, He wants to meet with us, how can we go see Him through the Word? We need to give God our time. For the first week of the year, for the first day of the week, and then sometime in a day, preferably in the morning. We can also show our dedication with offerings. The wisdom writer says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruit of all your crops." Actually, in the Old Testament, God commanded His people to offer 10% of all of their income and gains, because all things belonged to God. Some people may say, no, tithing is not required in the New Testament, right? Since Jesus has come, the New Testament, the Old Testament law is nullified. Tithing is not required. Yes, we are not obligated to offer tithe to God, but it is still one of the best ways to express our love and trust in God's providence. God commanded us in the Old Testament because all things belonged to God. And still in the New Testament, all things belong to God. It's not a matter of what amount we give to God, but it is a matter of how much we want to, how much we desire to seek God, or we desire to trust in His providence. And Jesus knows that where your treasure is, how to grow in his or her faith, I would say without hesitation, give 10% of your income to God, because I trust what God promised to us. Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, test me, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgate of heaven and pour out so much blessing that you will not have room enough for it. God will give us back much more than we can hold, much more than the size of our room. Isn't it amazing? I believe what God promised in the Old Testament. We give it to God. We bring our offerings and tithes out of our dedication, love, and trust. Lastly, we can show our dedication with our body. As you may know, the Apostle Paul, after having explained about how we are chosen, how God chose us, and how we become righteous in Christ, begins to explain the practical aspect of Christian life in this way from Romans chapter 12. He covered all the doctrinal things in Romans chapter 1 through 11. Now he begins the practical part in Romans chapter 12 in this way. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as living sacrifices, holy and pleasing to God. This is your spiritual act of worship. This is your spiritual act of worship. We are dedicating to the Lord, not only our time and money, but also our bodies as living sacrifices to Him. How? By maintaining this body holy and pleasing to Him. It means to set this body, it means to keep this body away from sinful acts. Seeking the Lord or putting Him first in our life is not always easy. It is challenging because there are many easy ways that we can live without dedicating ourselves to God. But God commands us to dedicate ourselves to Him because it will eventually bring blessings to us. When we give Him our time, God will come and meet with us. When we give Him our offerings, God will give us back more than what we deserve. When we try to be holy and pure in Christ, God is pleased with us and continue to use us for His glory. Brothers and sisters, God is asking you and me this morning where we are dedicating ourselves. Where do we spend most of our time and energy? There is a job we need to do. There are things we need to be concerned about. But where is our heart? What are we desiring? What are we seeking in this world? Are we dedicating to what the society, what the culture says is important? Or are we seeking God? What is the priority? What are we seeking in this year? In this new year, let us dedicate our time, money, our wealth, our body, our health to the Lord and expect His blessing upon our family, upon this church, upon our own life. because God is alive. What He has promised in the Bible is still true. As we seek Him, as we desire Him, to meet with Him, walk with Him, God will, how can we God not bless us? God is love and God is gracious. He wants to see our dedication. He wants to see our desire to seek Him. As Psalm writer always says, one thing I desire in my life is to dwell in His house, which means is to walk with Him every step of my life. And then God wants to see that dedication. That dedication should come first in our life, in our resolution. Then we will recover our dedication to our family, to the relationship, to the job, to all the commitment we have made. So let's first dedicate ourselves to the Lord. And then God will bless us, bless our family, bless this